Oh, yeah.
For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. He's going to try his luck from the end zone. He's got great speed. Gets it up to the 37 on the return before he's knocked out of bounds. You think the fans are ready for this one? The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. Power football with the run.
And it always works.
All kinds of running room. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds. This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. From the red zone, looking for a space. Gets it out fast. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. It is getting loud as this crowd tries to help its defense. Trying to hit the sideline on the right. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
I'll tell you what, you want to quiet this crowd down. You want to do something demoralizing to your opponent. Establish the run game early on offense.
They're going to run it. And they can't punch it in with a first down run, and the defense has one stop.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Now second and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
They were all over him, nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster. And now on fourth down, they'll try a field goal. Splits the uprights. Good. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Henderson. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. First down here for the offense. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And the ball is intercepted. Didn't get a ton on the return, but they've got it inside the 20 at the 19-yard line. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time.
You can earn it back. You can earn it back.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. The Cornhuskers line it up with a first and goal. Looking downfield, it's Raiola.
To the ball.
It's complete to the left. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. that Alabama offense. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get laddered up.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
It's a really nice looking throw. This dude is a weapon in this offense at the quarterback position. It's so funny, you know, I think back to guys like Greg McElroy and A.J. McCarron, guys that may or may not have unfairly been tabbed as game managers. And then you think of Jalen Hurts, Tua, and Bryce Young in recent years, and just how dynamic and versatile these guys were at the position and how they really helped take this offense to the next level. Watching this guy reminds me a little bit of that.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the change for the first down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. He'll keep it himself. And he is stopped behind the line, and that's how we'll finish the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. Nebraska 10, Alabama 0.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Red pass, it's complete. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
Dropping back, it's Milroe. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
That's just a simple blitz by the middle linebacker. And he's able to win up front, sees the gap, is able to beat his block and get to the QB.
Got out of trouble, got rid of it. He finds his man. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. The Huskers will line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. On the return, it's Adams. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Quarterback on the keeper. And the ball squirted out. And the defense jumps on it and they get that turnover. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this is a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and the defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now,
Where is you going, Bryson?
create some momentum. Just get a few first downs and I'm in scoring position.
Oh, lordy lord.
All the way
Oh,
down
lordy
to the
lord.
3-yard line, it's 1st and 10.
Roll Tide, baby.
He wants to throw.
Oh, Lord. The whole D-line's after me.
Scramble. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Get the quarterback off his spot. Make him flush from the pocket. Put a good hit on him. Check, check, check. You want to do everything you can to make the QB uncomfortable. The defense did all 3 of those on this play and finished it off with a nice lick, nice physical play.
Just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Getting some heat. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. Oh, and he missed it. No good. Lead is still in double digits, but missed a chance to make it bigger. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut into a 1-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen.
Fires one high and deep.
Oh, mother.
And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on.
It shouldn't have worked.
They got the touchdown. They cut into the lead.
It didn't. It didn't. I took control of the player and fucked him up.
All the excitement and be like, listen,
Definitely should not have worked.
game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Johnson. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish strong.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the 1st down.
Looking for a man. It's Raiola. Bought a little time. Lets it go. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
Sometimes the hardest completions for quarterbacks are the ones where guys are wide open. You don't have to throw it any faster trying to get it to him quickly because you know he's so wide open. Like on that last play, just take your steps, throw in rhythm, and just throw a catchable ball.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Here's the handoff. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. Still running at the 40. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the 1st down. And the Huskers getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. A shot toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way. You get that one back.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down.
Perfect timing. Got there right when the ball got there. Didn't get there a little bit early. Saving the touchdown. Nice.
Lets it fly deep downfield. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. And that'll bring us to the end of the first half as we head to the studio for halftime. The Cornhuskers will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes that Alabama offense. Low-scoring first half, but now an opportunity to get things off on the right foot here in the third quarter.
Well, and the good thing is you had time to go in the locker room. You had time to discuss what they're doing, what of our plan of action is now moving forward, Palmer. They might have caught them off guard a little bit. They know they should have made some adjustments.
Yeah, you had a chance to regroup and go back and think about, okay, where do we...
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Brings it down on the right side. Oh, look out! Touchdown, Bama! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jump-starts the offense.
And, man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
And he's going to run it back. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game.
Off he goes. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
And these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and they just spread me out and make me defend so many things, and you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
Leaves it with the back. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. They're getting this guy lathered up. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
He's knocked down at the 34, but they're sort of hitting them in the mouth with a 6-yard pickup there. 3rd and short coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. The throw. He's got it. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Here it is trying to bash it forward. He got a couple. It's down at the 11. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. To the air, it's Raiola. They're bringing heat. He caught it. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Nebraska.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Coming out with it, it's Henderson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet, everything you're picking.
Lofts one high and deep. And that is interception number 3 on the day.
You know, as a deep...
Doesn't work twice. Same trick doesn't work twice. That's all I gotta say. Same trick doesn't work twice.
Force the quarterback to make plays.
Same, no, you did it once.
The sideline. That's a long throw. It requires a lot of arm strength and a lot of touch at the same time. Great job forcing the play out wide, making the big interception.
Flips it out in the flat. At the 40, there he goes. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30+.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there.
I'm going to keep running the ball.
Going to try to be aggressive.
I'm glad you know.
Effort in the back end for this defense.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Finds his tight end.
Oh my lord.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he was able to work his way for just a few, and that will do it for the third quarter.
Been a good game so far.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
And this guy really has been a workhorse today. He's made plays when his offense has needed them the most. He's a guy who's reliable. They know they can turn around, give him the football, and he'll go make things work out. They're going to need him to finish this game. He has to continue playing well after that big run there.
Man, I think my thought process needs to be points are good. Because if I get a field goal here, that's fine. I take the lead by more than a field goal. They got to go the length of the field. But I also want to run this clock and continue to work. But the goal is to get a touchdown. So let's see what this offense dials up next.
Well, two things you're thinking about here offensively is, one, you want to take as much time off the clock. But two, you really want to score another touchdown to make this a two-possession game. You could almost ice it.
Touchdown, Huskers! A great catch and run for 6. The offense strikes again to extend.
Let's see what you got, Bryson.
Here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead. Now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
And the extra point extends the lead to double
10 points.
at 10.
Can you score 10 points in 2 minutes? Let's see.
Touchdown drive. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. The returner will field it and bring it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes that Alabama offense. Mistakes are going to happen as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
After a big gainer on that first play, now they can really go for it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Milroe. He looks that one in nicely. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
Release to the back. Catch in the middle. It's Haynes. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. They want to just keep throwing it. Quick completion on the out. They get him down after he makes the catch.
And he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. The quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air.
Yep, you fucked up.
And that one is picked up in the end zone. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there Be smart on offense and run that clock.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. From the gun, running back gets to give. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Huskers will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. On first down, here comes this offense. They're going to open this drive with a pass. He's going up top here late in the game. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception.
Yeah, this is
Good game, Bryson.
Icing meat cake, right? Like late in the fourth quarter, you're up by 2 scores. Exactly what you want to do. Get a stop. Now you force a turnover, get your offense back on the field, and now you want to do this. Tick, tick, tick.
And with the game all but decided, this quarterback will take a knee. The rankings, the odds makers, everything indicates
Told you I would beat your ass with a
that
random
these
team.
guys